Welcome back to The Grind. In this video, we are going to take a look at the Abyss of Legends Invisible Women fight using Nick Fury for the takedown, and we're going to break down some of my tips and tricks. Now, there are two very annoying things about this fight. One is that every time you or the opponent crosses a bar of power, you'll get a power sting that stays on you for 15 seconds, as you can see here. So this limits your ability to use specials without playing around it. But as you can see, I am waiting now until they expire before doing any more attacks, and then I'm throwing off my special 1 to allow me to get 8 tactical charges. And then I'm going to do the same thing again so that I can get above 16. Now, a way to get around this is to have willpower on, and if you want to see my mastery setup, I'll link that video to this one as well. But I decided I did not want to change my masteries midway through just for this fight. And so I went about trying to figure out how to do without it. And this is the way I worked around it. Basically waiting for the power stings to fall off before throwing my special 1 and getting to 16 tactical charges so I could be unblockable. And then I just didn't use any special attacks. So that does limit the damage that I can deal to some degree. And so if you do put on willpower, you will be healing pretty much constantly from the fatigues and exhaustion, the vulnerability and exhaustions. So it'll allow you to throw special attacks throughout the fight once you've healed up enough from the willpower. Now, one of the other annoying things about this fight is her shield, because it is about a 200,000 health shield. And so using Nick Fury, where you're constantly bleeding and also doing tons of damage, really helps to wear that shield down a lot quicker. And you can see here with the unblockable attacks, you can get into a cycle where you can just attack into a block multiple times and get a ton of bleeds off, which is very useful for the time when the shield is down, because then you can stack as many bleeds as possible while that shield is off, so that you can get as much damage output as possible from those bleeds. And I have max deep wounds on for this run, and you can see him getting into that combo. It doesn't matter that she goes invisible because we have enough tactical charges that we will not miss. And you'll also notice that several of my combos, I'm actually just doing a 4-hit combo. I start with a light attack and finish with a light attack. Don't do any mediums. And that is because the primary source of damage is from that bleed on the final light attack. And if I skip the medium attack, I can get off more combos with less hits and in a quicker amount of time, hopefully to get an extra light ending combo in before that shield goes back up, and maximize the damage that I can deal not only in a limited amount of time, but also with a limited number of hits. And we're actually going to see an example of that very shortly here. After she throws this special attack, we're going to go into a full 5-hit combo ending in a light attack. We're going to parry, go into a 4-hit combo ending in a light attack. She's going to block. We're going to attack into the block. We're going to parry again, and then again she's going to hold block, so we're going to attack back in for another combo. You also, doing it this way, can get more combos in before you have to bait a special attack, because you don't do up to like 5 or 6 medium attacks just by skipping it and only doing light attacks in the combo. So in this fight, I think I got through roughly 40 to 50% of the health before I reached my hit count. Now, with throwing special attacks, you can do a lot more damage and potentially do a solo for this fight. But because I'd never been through here before, I wasn't familiar with this fight, I didn't know if I was going to get the solo anyways, so I wanted to feel it out first and see how it went without changing my masteries. And it went okay, and after the first 1 or 2 fights, I figured that it would cost more to end up redoing my masteries than just to do another 1 or 2 fights, and it only took a few fights to get her down. I think if I was to go back through, I might just redo my masteries so that I can have some increased buffer for, some chip damage from the blocks, but also to allow me to throw special attacks. And because then after switching on willpower, I can also just put in the remainder of these skill points into the suicide tree at the end of the run, or for the collector fight, and get a little bit extra damage out of Aegon. So it wouldn't have really costed a whole lot more in the long run. But again, as you can see, every time you enter the fight again, a new fight, you have to deal with that shield that starts right off the bat, as well as building up to 16 tactical charges by waiting out those power stings unless you have willpower to allow you to heal back up. But overall, this is a pretty straightforward fight, especially with Nick Fury, because you do not have to worry about the invisibility. You can just continue to attack in as long as you have at least 4 tactical charges. And if you keep stacking bleeds while the shield is active, you can wear it down pretty quickly, which otherwise with another champion would take a long time to wear down, except for maybe Aegon, where you can get some insane crits on the heavy combo. But Nick Fury is definitely, to my knowledge, the best counter for this fight, and he did make it quite easy. One of the easier fights on Path 1 of Abyss. I do hope this video is helpful. Good luck, and I hope to see you in the next video.